What have you done? Just cut your exhaust off?
Agri-spec.
Logic.
Yep.
Now to rebuild each pin inside a new barrel.
Thanks, Fiesta Thieves. Boomers Motors. Now you can tackle that curb. That looks suspiciously like your mobile phone.
It's not.
What's not to love about a V8? Being a pain? Yeah. Want a hand?
We'll give it a go if you want. Might just fill up the cheatle.
Yeah. Is this the first one? Ready? So that's Toby's tyres we're mucking around with there, because he is off for MOT today in this bad boy. What's happening with this engine now?
It's listed. It's been outside. Been under a cover. Keep the ECU somewhere safe.
How much are you selling it for?
I don't know, I had a look on eBay, they go from anywhere from like 300 to 600 quid. It's great, and it needs to do an engine conversion. A lot of people do them on Landies, and it's only on 127,000 miles, which is good for its age.
Hello. Need a wee wee? Oh.
Yeah, Wi-Fi so I can find out what I'm doing.
So Josh is about to go and deliver this up, down to credit, and we've had a bit of a run around with this. In the end we had to get a whole new ECU for it programmed, which wasn't quite as expensive as it could have been, but it just kept failing its emissions. We tried everything: injectors, spark plugs, looking for air leaks, etc. Turned out it was to do with the ECU. So the ECU had an issue in it. It wouldn't fuel right. So now we've got it sorted. Customer's happy. They'll be even happier when Josh arrives. This happy face.
You want him?
Delivering. And I'm sure he's going to get lots of footage for us.
Yes.
Got the camera with you, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
This one.
That one, yeah. Lovely.
Yeah, I got it.
Love and life?
Yeah.
A lot of you might remember this Audi A3 for the world's biggest Red Bull collection. Back in today, they were going to have a load of advisories that we gave them from the last sort of check over we did of it, but it also has EGR, DPF, whatever issues, so we have kind of warned them that actually the quote of £1,100 that we gave them to do the mechanical things, etc., wouldn't necessarily fix the car, and there would still be work to do. So I think they've decided actually they are going to give it a miss now.
For scheme administration, training and quality purposes. Please don't provide any sensitive personal information.
No, you're not. You're speaking to Joe, who's Adrian's employer. I can get Adrian for you, who is here. Yeah, okay, bear me one... Yeah, 1 second. I'll put you on hold. I'll go and grab him for you.
Hello, speaking.
Hi Emma, it's Joe calling in from Barra Motors.
Oh, hello Dan, how you doing?
Just wondering if you'd heard anything.
The client will want sort of you in as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Yeah, likewise.
And presume, yeah, you want to get in as soon as possible. I will chase, and at the same time I'll just say sort of, are they working for today? And if
find out and I'll come back to you if that's alright.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Emma.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Oh!
What a drama queen.
Yeah, I'm just not having fun.
You're not here for fun, boy. What's for lunch?
Bit of leftover lasagna.
Lasagna. Right, I'm just heading down to the farm to grab the Navara and the tipper trailer because of all this scrap metal that's piling up at the garage. There's some out in the scrapyard as well. I've also chucked a couple of empty oil drums in the back because Sophie wants those for horse jumps. There's some old tyres and Dan's old Nissan Cube wheels because they're just clogging up my workshop and people just dump all their stuff in my garage. Speaking of Dan, he's off ill again. Migraine, I assume. Or sickness. It was sickness last time. He went home on Saturday feeling sick with a migraine. I think you could argue a case that it was the stress, anxiety of that Mercedes S-Class having to come back to us and it being looked at today. I guess he knows it wouldn't have gone back today and maybe he can't face the stress of that, so he couldn't come into work. Don't know.
Let me pull this thing back up.
Don't know. That's why I thought I'd take it back and let them see what it's going to take to sort of recommission it. I mean, it's nice enough to be sold, but it would make a sweet little track car as well.
On the other side, it's just...
You got to do the boost thing, but I'll do it. Prime it a couple of times.
Fuel gauge doesn't work on this either.
I was saying it's full, does it?
It's saying a third it has the whole time.
Ah.
One eternity later.
Right, so that is all the scrap loaded now. I think we've got most of that because the camera battery died, but there's a fair old amount of springs, disc brakes, lower arms, some kind of under tray thing or something. Look at the state of these air conditioning condensers out of a Zafira, I think that was. Our old battery charger that doesn't work, a couple of oil coolers, or what is that? That's going to be a intercooler, isn't it? A couple of intercoolers or something. An old crash bar, exhausts, we got wheel bearings, water pumps, so the lot in there, plus in the back of here we got a good few batteries as well. So Josh is going to take those off to the scrapyard, see how much we get, place your bets now for what is probably a ton, probably not quite a ton, maybe a ton. I'm going to say 800 kilos of iron and let's say 20 batteries. I can't remember exactly how many there are, but 15, 20 batteries. Look at that. So glad I wore gloves. What a job they did. Anyway, we'll see how much he got when he gets back.
The long they will come up and get it. If I read the years, I'll get dropped to you when you plan to leave it. So
Could you send it to, this would be the other postcode I gave you, which was, and the address is, it was 19th of the 6th, 2012. It was a combi boiler. Yeah, it's a Worcester Green Star 28i Junior. No, that was it. People have told me I'm not allowed to sing in my videos anymore, Toby. It's a bit sad, really, isn't it?
Probably getting copyrighted because you're amazing singing.
I'm phoning up to reduce the price.
Okay, no problem. What did you want to go for?
It was 24,999.
Yeah.
I'd like to go for 24,500.
24,500. No problem. I will repost things with a price drop, and I will
Have
call.
you had much interest or not?
I haven't had anyone specifically contact me, to be honest, so far. I think, you know, sales for us even haven't been huge, so I don't know if everyone's, you know, watching the money at the minute. I don't know, but
Right, shall we be a bit more interesting?
it's entirely your choice.
Let's try 23,500.
23.
No. Hang on. Have I gone too much now? Sorry.
Well, do you want to try 23,999 or something, so it's just under 24?
Yes, that will be good. Let's try that one, thank you.
No problem. No, you're meant to tip it out.
Yeah, it doesn't tip.
But did you not put a battery pack on the thingy?
Well, it's got plastic terminals, so I had to borrow someone's toolbox to take the terminals off, and then put the jump pack on it and do fuck all.
Let's have the jump pack. Jargon.
Labour's Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves is on her part.
How much did you get for the batteries anyway?
Cool, I got 20 quid.
20 quid? Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. You seem less than happy. Yes, the terminals are plastic, but the connectors aren't.
Yeah, I just took her off and connected it directly and didn't do anything. It just ticked.
Oh. What'd you forget?
You want to hear the tune?
I was going to record your tutu when I heard it start up and... What have you done? Just cut your exhaust off?
Agri-spec.
Logic.
Yep.
That was a lovely car before Jordan got it. Ruined. Right, end of Monday. I am heading back down the farm with the recovery truck. Josh brought TT over earlier, obviously. He's taking the Navara back. Macaulay is in tomorrow doing a job for us before he starts officially on the 16th. So Josh gave this a quick clean for him. I'm taking it back. I'm going to do a watch through of the video that should go out tomorrow, which is like a forecourt walk while I do a walk on the treadmill. That's it really. I think you've seen most things. I will catch up with you tomorrow. This looks complicated thanks to our Fiesta thieves. Are you actually like setting up the barrel lock basically? Look at all the bloody pins.
I'm having to rebuild.
Oh, are they springs?
They are springs. I'm having to rebuild each pin inside a new barrel.
Thanks, Fiesta thieves.
Cheers, guys.
I'm pretty sure I've worked out their size well. No, I'm just gonna.
What do you reckon, Steph? Will I fit in there?
Got an honest answer? I like to move the cushion.
There we go. Ah, yes, I remember now. This is our new Toyota Auris. We've taken in part exchange against the partner that we sold. He's a good valet, by the looks of things. I assume she'll want her cushions from the seats. Bit. You need to be quite close to that post, don't you?
No, I've never used this lift.
Ah, okay. So I might have to move these tyres over so you can get a bit closer.
Well, the seatbelt on this.
The seatbelt's frayed, is it?
Frayed?
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, that's not too clever, is it?
Yeah, I mean it is. I don't think it'll be much good.
That's an MOT failure, isn't it?
Oh,
Surely.
severely. That is. I haven't seen one that bad for a long time, especially on a car of this age.
Yeah. Cam belt, radio doesn't work, and something else.
The radio doesn't work.
Apparently not. There's no sound from it or something. I don't know if we can plug it in. He said not to get too involved. That wasn't the main issue, but apparently he's read on the owner's forums that amp in the boot can die or something. We might be able to plug it in. I don't know, but. Right, so quick update time. I've just been doing a day of accounting, to be honest. The accountants raised a load of questions that need answering, mainly because my admin's usually quite bad. Yeah, I've been answering those. It's not my favourite job to do in the world by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it's quite irritating, but hey-ho. I feel good when it's done. Jason's been out taking pictures of these two cars. That was the Fiesta and the C0 that we bought from a Cars Bought For More customer the other day. Josh is off doing another Cars Bought For More collection. I remember what he's getting. Some kind of Kia, or no, a Dacia, I think. He's picking up a Dacia, so he might be back by the end of play today. And I'm just out here with Boomer having his 900th bathroom trip. You're not feeling very well, are you, buddy? That's why he's got to come to work with Dad, rather than going to Grandma's house. Grandma would go to work, wouldn't she? And then leave you there. There might be an accident. Jason's decided he really likes this Citroen C0 and that he kind of wants it for himself. He's going to give himself to the end of the month. If he hasn't sold it, then he wants to buy it. Mainly because it's electric, I think. I don't know how well you can see inside the kind of custard cream interior, but he likes that it's electric. He likes that it's an automatic. So I did say, look, drive it home, see what you think. He's like, no, I won't do that, I won't do that. And then he's come back and said, oh, I might drive that home, that's all right. I honestly quite like, I should be trying to make most profit out of all the cars, but if we've got, a member of staff like something that we've got in stock and it's gonna, suit them, make them happy, then I want them to try it, make sure that it will be something that they want, and more than happily, sell it to them for a very good price. We'll get a lot more if we were to sell it privately, but look after your staff, don't you? I am trying to keep an eye on the auctions today as well. There's been a few things of interest. Well, I don't know why, but I was looking at Maserati not Quattroportes, Gran Turismos today. Don't know why. I didn't go for either of them. I could have done, but I chose not to. It seems a bit of a daft thing. Once we got the new garage and we got the showroom set up here, as Jason was saying earlier, he's been offered an M5 as well. And it's the sort of thing that we could have in stock. It'd be nice in the showroom, lit up overnight. If it sits there out of the way, it wouldn't matter so much because there'd be a better margin in them. I think I'm going to set that as my goal, that, I have a couple of nice things in the showroom there, if not 3. But I've also been looking at a B7 RS4 today. If I can get that at the right price, there could be a good margin in that. Might need a little bit of work, but really, really healthy margin. Possibly the biggest margin I've ever had, but got to try and get it first. Anyway, back to accounting. Nice card from a customer. Thank you so much for getting me out of a predicament by accepting my broken down car and for speedy repair and getting me back on the road so very promptly. From a lovely lady and her collie puppy. We fixed her Grand Vitara. Might have seen that in this week's... No, you won't have seen it in this week's vlog, maybe last week's vlog. We got that fixed for her. And what else did she bring in? More celebrations, aka heroes. You having fun?
Immense fun.
What was it? Campbell? Lovely.
Spent 6 months on the ramp. Yeah. A year. Now I've got a bit saggy. It's come in very handy with the van, so we've got a load of it left over. Well, why not give it a go? What's the worst that could happen? Pretty sure it's actually the foam that's given up, not the glue. Yeah, look at that.
One of my favourites. Yeah, it's a good lifted. Yeah, we've done a lot of racings today, haven't we? Yeah, huge. I don't know, I got one. I've just seen a van yard go past in strapped on the arm. I've got a record to do, but now we've got the colour. Jeremy's going to come in.
Because it's like just not sticking in the corners.
Next time I get one.
No bueno.
The first half.
Dan's fixed the key thing, so you're letting the team down now.
Yeah, I know. What's happened?
Is that ever again now?
Boomers Motors. Right, just popping to Western quickly. Jordan is taking the Hyundai i30 over to Western Wheels to have the wheels refurbished. And we also happen to have some E-Class wheels over there for an E-Class that the customer is very keen to pick up. So I'm following him in the Barrow van that is now empty in the back and handily can put wheels in. So I feel like I might get used to that quite a lot actually. So heading over there, get those wheels loaded up and we will head back.
Would you go to bed with me? Would you?
What have you got tomorrow morning off for?
I just got to do a couple bits in the morning.
Couple bits. And then Jordan's got a new Cyclic to test out.
Subject.
What kind of feeling did you get from chatting with him?
It seems okay. I mean, he did want to come in this afternoon and then phoned me back 5 minutes later saying that he'd forgot that he's got to pick up his niece and nephew. So,
could be scatty.
Yeah. Seems eager, seems keen.
Because Jordan had to crush the soul of the previous person he had in as a potential valeter helper.
Thanks.
Didn't you?
Yes.
To be fair, you gave him a lot more opportunity than I probably would have. As much of a nice lad as he was, it just wasn't, drive wasn't there. So yeah, we're trying someone else out who's a friend of Ethan's. One of Dan's friends, someone I've had come in and do work for me before, once, a job potentially, but I've sort of offered him jobs before and it's all been like, oh, I don't know, what about this, what about that, what about this? And it's the same scenario again this time. I keep saying like, you know, there's a job, we'll pay you, you know, whatever. Well, I suppose in this scenario, he just wants to know what he's going to get paid. Asking a bit much there. Turn up and you'll get some money. Just kidding. We can sort all that out, but he's got like a month's notice and etc.
You think they're exhausted on that rover?
Heart shape. It's, I wonder if it's a Tomcat.
A Tomcat?
Isn't that what they call a Rover 200?
I have no idea.
Like 2 litre turbo.
A little bit.
That was like a sports machine.
Bit before my time now.
I mean, it was before my time.
Yeah.
Clearly, as an N-Reg, it was the sort of thing that was a cheap, fast car in my day. If that's what it is it a Tomcat or a something like that? Someone will know. Yeah, and they got a heart-shaped tippage.
Keyword status, vehicle located.
Just trying to sort the radio.
Status.
I just said to Robbie, I won't spend long on it, but I think, judging by the fact it looks like the radio is not, it's been out.
USB throw absent, auxiliary radio absent, presence of CD or DVD absent.
I think someone's had it out and they've not put it back in properly.
Audio input.
Blemish. Oh, okay, I'll never that. Oh, they're not bad actually, aren't they?
Well, just like that little sort of. But yeah.
They're better than the
the
A8 wheels.
Yeah. What's doing? Rear subframe bushes.
Yeah.
Lovely. Come here, let me get your lead off you. Boomer, stop. Good boy. Right, let's go for a little walk. Good morning, Wednesday. I'm actually headed to the farm, not Barrow Motors this morning, because I have Keith the digger man coming down there to do some groundworks, etc. for me. For anyone complaining about seeing the farm on the channel, one person really, saying it's getting boring because it's like Emmerdale. As soon as the farm stops becoming a part of my everyday working life, I'll stop featuring it. But until then, it's part of it, and that's what this vlog's about. It's me filming it, it's my life, it's what I'm doing, all the different things that I work on. That will be that. So I'm gonna go down there, he's gonna spread some topsoil around so we can get some nice grass going. It'll be a lovely place. When the storage cars turn up there, or when the vehicle transporters turn up there to kind of park up for the night, so it will look nice. So it is work related really. Anyway, I won't be down there for long. I'm dropping off some conifer plants that I want planted up along a fence line, and I'm gonna kind of give Keith an idea of what I want done, and then we'll be back at the garage. So I'll see you in a minute. Had a message from Jordan who says that the lad who's going to come in this afternoon on a trial for the valeter's job has now decided that he's spoken to his work and they've offered him a full-time role there, and he'd rather stick with that than come to us where he doesn't know he'd necessarily get along with the atmosphere, despite that being one of the main reasons he messaged us in the first place and said about how much Ethan loved the atmosphere and etc, etc. So Who knew it was so hard to hire a valeter, especially on much above average pay? The search continues.
I'll tell you what, we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it. You lot tell us all this worth. It's a bit of a collector's item, really, isn't it? 4.2 litre V8, 57. I'll give you some 50 GT. 57, I'm going to sell it. 57, and it's coming down. 57, 11 stamps. I mean, that is handy. 57, 57, well, 57, fair enough. 57 gets.
Night shifts here. He's apparently a giant as well. What's up with that stupid little cup? How much did you pay for that half a drink? Do they give you 50% off?
Oh, he's got a cappuccino again.
Off, man. It's a cortado. It's a very nice.
Cortado?
It's a cortado. Try
It's
one.
a children's coffee.
You don't like coffee anyway, you wouldn't. I said between 12 and 1.
Did you? I don't remember that.
I remember saying between 12 and 1.
So funnily enough, it's literally 2 minutes to 1.
Which ramp are you going on? See outside. Really go to outside.
Alright, that's right. Push it, Adrian! Perfect. This is a case of very bad luck because this is the customer who we did the timing chain and everything on the other day, and then they phoned us up to say, oh, we now lost a load of oil and it's thingy. Turns out that now we've fixed the engine, the gearbox has gone. It's not really anything to do with what we've done, but that's the power shift gearboxes for you. AKA power shit. Oh, I can't say that.
So you get in trouble again?
Have some Irish man. You can't say fucking shit nor you.
Before they're our customer.
So the gearbox was repaired before, not by us. Because you can see it's been painted and...
Painted silver.
Yeah.
So that's where you drain the oil out of.
Yeah.
And then if you come up around this side.
Oh.
There should be a plug in there. So obviously as they've driven it, it's just hoofed all the oil out.
Oh dear.
So
yeah.
I would start with new oil and a plug and go from there.
I spotted it as it came round. That's crazy.
So
you think that's just got hot and like...
Yeah, as they drive in.
Flopped out or something?
Drive in and it's spinning around the diff, it's just hoofed out there, hasn't it? Because it's obviously all wet around this side. It's all wet over this side of the submarine.
So with enough oil out of it, it won't shift into gear or whatever.
So it's got to be a complete drain and refill.
Well, at least they should be happy with that.
Well, that's if it fixes it. Any damage.
All right, but we picked it up under the premise that they were like, it could be engine related to the things that we did, which obviously it wasn't.
That's class.
He's going to drive it home.
Oh!
To test it.
To see if it...
Good, cool.
You're going to see how it drives sideways. See.
So it should have...
You ain't driving it, are you?
Well, Toby drives really sensibly.
Want to be fucking speeding ticket? You can't.
No. He's actually he's just further away than Josh does.
You know it's not autopilot. You can't have a steer. You've still got to steer.
Let go of the steering.
It's not a Tesla. Still got a brake.
Toby's not lost it there.
I know him in my 3 Series. There's footage of him getting in the 3 Series, and he looked like a little gibbon hanging onto the steering wheel.
I feel like I need to be wearing a suit.
Your neighbours are going to start thinking you're a dealer.
You're a what? A dealer?
A dealer. Yeah. Turning up in various.
A car dealer, obviously.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. You just drive it off the curb. Full speed. They're not full speed.
It'll be all right. Just go right. You could put it in off-road mode for a start.
It's like a blooming.
There is an off-road mode. Give it here. I'll put it in off-road mode. I'm going to stop it now by opening the door, but I'll get out.
Wow. That's it.
Oh, the front's going.
Now you can tackle that curb.
How do I change it when I've got...
What is this thing in the back? Is that like...
Yeah, I know. There's like a metal bar, isn't there? I didn't find that. I think it's only skinny people like me and you that noticed that, because Dan didn't.
You're going to fall in love with this, Toby. I don't. Wafting along.
There's a child in that car. Look at the height of it now. Monster truck. So they said it was broken.
Yeah, found it being broken.
Why not just clean it up and put it back in if it's not actually broken? That's where you tell, it's still got paint on that end. Still got paint on that end. Yeah. I mean, it's got a bit of a concave looking thing there, but it is powder coated.
Yeah. But even if you put it next to that one, right?
Yeah, same length.
Same length to that.
I mean, that is brand new if you give it a clean.
Self-healing coil spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
I said to Steph, just clean it up and...
charge him an hour's labour.
That looks suspiciously like your mobile phone.
No, it's not. It looks like it.
It looks like it, yeah.
It's not.
Do you know how I know it's not your phone?
No.
It's not illuminated.
Ha.
With Instagram or something. Right, so that's everyone away home. We've filmed the bike video, which you would have seen because Toby's going to try and edit that tomorrow and get it out tomorrow. So you would have seen that by the time this comes out. If you haven't, I'll put a link up here, or Toby will. You would have seen me bidding on that Jag XK earlier, the 4.2 V8, which I think is an absolute steal at 6 grand, but we'll find out when we go down there in a minute. I'm going to get my dad to give me a lift down to the auction centre because it's only down in Bridgewater. And I'm going to take that home. So I'll see you at BCA when we're checking out this Jag XK. Nice. Bit of you that is, Dad.
Yeah, could be.
It's not bad, is it, for 6 grand? Looks bloody nice, to be fair. Never had an XK before. Even the wheels are in good nick. Fuel level low. What's it saying about ASL? Don't know. Let's go and put some fuel on it. Luckily there is a fuel station just around the corner from... Yeah. What's not to love about a V8? It's just started raining, so this could be interesting. A gentleman's cruiser. Yeah, it's nowhere near as powerful as Josh's C63, but it does still sound nice. It's not as nice sounding as Josh's C63, but still nice. It's definitely more comfortable than the C63. So there we have it. I'm suddenly in love with Jaguar XKs, especially this one. This one is just so minty fresh. Like everything is all nice. All this is. Plus it's a V8. What's not to love? Anyway, that is it for whatever day it is today. It's only Wednesday. I don't know why these weeks feel like they're getting later on. Maybe because we're achieving so much. I've come down the farm because I'm going to have a little workout. Then might do a bit of editing at home, and that'll be it. So I will see you tomorrow when we're flying to work in this Jag XK. Good morning, back in the Jag XK. What day is it? Thursday. Got this warmed up now, so let's see if we can't. Sounds good. Definitely got to wind it up to get the most out of it. I guess that's standard naturally aspirated stuff. Does sound good though. I've got to say I'm falling in love with this car already. For what I paid for it, what a car. I don't really like spending a lot of money on cars for myself. I'm a businessman, so I'd rather have the money doing something, but this I could justify. But as much as I spent on it, there's probably the same again in profit, potentially, so that's tricky as well. The fact that this is like a GT, like a Tourer, it's comfortable, heated seats, automatic cruise control, but a V8 with an awesome exhaust. I mean, a lot of people put an aftermarket exhaust on this to make it louder, I guess, but I quite like it subdued. Still not quiet by any means, is it? If you go too loud, then it's just annoying. But yeah, this would do me. I'll try and talk myself out of buying it. I might set myself a goal, a bit like Jason has with that Citroen C0. He has said that if it hasn't sold by the end of the month, then he wants to try and have a deal with me to buy it, which I'm more than happy to do anyway. But he's, you know, can't knock him. He doesn't want to pinch my stock that's got profit in it to sell it to him cheaply if he hasn't given it a good crack at selling it before we have a deal. I don't really mind either way, there's plenty of other stock, but I think I'm going to do something similar to this. I'm going to put it up for sale, good money, a good profit, and if it doesn't sell by the end of the month, maybe I will treat myself and keep it. Doesn't really make much sense, does it, when I just got rid of the high mileage BMW 320d estate, I haven't got rid of yet, but put it up for sale because I was like, oh, I need something to tow with really, and that would be more practical. And then I'm like, oh yeah, a 4.2 V8 Jag XK. That's the car for me and Bash. Anyway, we're getting our Fiat 500X back from Hutton's Fiat today. They should have reprogrammed the body control module, so that should all be back up, ready to go back for sale again. The white one that we had to do a switcheroo with the customer. We got Macaulay in as well, so might get him to scrap a car or two. He's got to pick up at least one car from BCA Bridgewater, the other car that I got the keys for and everything when I picked this up. Toby is going to be editing our bike versus recovery truck race, so I'm quite interested to see how that comes out. It was quite a fun one to do. I need to try and buy more cars still, and yeah, we shall see what else happens. So I'll see you back at the garage. Right, quick wander down the post office because we've got some cash to pay in, and we've got our first shiftingmetal.co.uk customer sending out a parcel. It's going to Ireland.
I had tomato ketchup.
What's that? You stole some of my tomato ketchup?
No, right out.
Oh.
I put it back on the fridge.
Let's see your lunchbox then. Oh, it's like a, yeah, it's like a puzzle, isn't it? It's food and entertainment and enrichment for your young mind. Ooh, lovely. You get looked after better than I do.
Yeah, there's nothing in this.
Oh, and then just a stack of sausage sandwiches. Oh yes, Toby's living the life. All right. Damn kid.
We all first met
Yes. I mean, I'm surrounded by the right sorts of people.
He died in February. Talking to his Morgan, the family told him there was no suggestion of buying the books that they were donated to charity, and he decided what to do with the income from them.
It's still cheap clothes that get thrown away.
I am delivering to Money today. So there's today's delivery of our Fiat Panda. I've been given permission to take pictures, don't worry.
Noticed anything?
It's not making a single noise.
Wait, but if you rev it.
Hit the exhaust.
Yeah, you can definitely hear that. Well, that's what it sounds like, doesn't it? But obviously it hasn't got one. I think under load, like driving, it just seems a bit louder. Like, I think if you take it for a road test, you'll hear what I mean. It's just got like a pulley noise or something.
It's never pulley noise, I expect to hear it.
Well, yeah. Whether it's because it's got a pipe across thing on it.
Maybe, I don't know, because it's got all this.
Oh, that's to do with he's put bloody LED headlight things in.
You're going to have to take them out, you're going to have to change those.
Yeah.
Have to put it back to normal. So put it burning your fingers, you want to feel the heat on that.
Is it really hot, is it?
Hot in the word for it.
Yeah. Shall I give it a rev so you can hear? The problem is, yeah, like you say, you can't hear anything over the exhaust.
No. The only thing I can really hear is if you just go onto the inlet manifold,
yeah,
you stand above it, you hear the noise coming out through from there.
Yeah.
So you just lost a lot of battery.
I mean, take it for a road test anyway, because I think it was different then. But yeah, it doesn't sound like an issue to me. But there's
how it passes an MOT with the exhaust.
No, I'm going to try and find a standard one. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing if you drive it, to be honest. Right, let me move this then. The Slugmobile, hitching a ride.
Was it you revving that up?
Me.
Was you? Did you not hear me revving the Mini up around the corner?
Where's Jordan? I imagine he's got the Hyundai key.
It's had new flexies at some time, but it's got yellow chalk, so whether it's failed or not.
I wonder if it was blowing there maybe at some point.
Yeah, when it's blowing, the clamps have let go, that's what that noise is.
Ah.
Both the clamps, that one's broken, that's about to break. But it's all basically standard. And they've also done is taken the rear boxes out.
Okay.
You might be able to
just get some back boxes again and fix the clamp.
Whether you can sleeve them back on, I don't know.
I'm sure we could, couldn't we? If they've got that onto there, I'm sure if we could get a standard box, we could put it back on.
Yeah, because you just use the repair sleeves, those sleeves. I mean, that's when I was in the dealership. There used to be marked systems where you cut and then you sleeve them back together.
I'll have a look what we could get. I mean, at the end of the day, we could send it down to Titan exhausts and he will put boxes in.
Yeah, I could get the new sleeves up the front.
Everyone loves a bit of V8 noise, but it's a bit loud, a bit Larry, isn't it?
I mean, I might have to run it up and just check that these flexies aren't gone, because they're a bit flush.
Crusty looking, aren't they? Yeah, they're not the best of welding.
So I might want some new flexies in there, 2 new there, and fit some aftermarket back boxes in it. I mean, you can still make it sound nice without...
Yeah, but it's too much, isn't it? It's like that Jag out there. You could put a back box on it, make it sound really Larry, but you can also drive it quietly.
Yeah.
Wow. The new winter line. Model it for us, Adrian. Give us a swig. If that doesn't sell them, I don't know what will. Getting rid of the dead plants and putting new ones in. Gardening hour.
I don't want to have filming it, I want to have getting this in without creasing it.
Yeah, I know, I just wanted to see it, that's all. Oh, suede crunch.
Got a hand in the front, so I can...
Alright. That's nice.
The side trims now.
That's nice, isn't it?
I think it looks better than the original.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like the T5, that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's what it's got in the 911 out there. You can put nice stripes and stuff in it. front arms?
Yeah.
Was this MOT failures from yesterday?
No, it was an advisory.
Ah, okay. So you got this done.
Yeah.
Got the Hyundai i30 to slightly finish up.
Porsche to do first.
Okay, because that is going out.
That's going out today.
Okay.
We also got the Duke.
Yeah. I'm going to go and pick up another pink 208 as well.
Cool.
Oh, you want some blind grommets to kind of close off those?
Yeah. Just to go through all the holes, but that's that all out.
I've only got the wiring grommets with the holes in.
I'll have a quick look, see if we've got anything in our electrical box.
It's the main, that one's the worst one because it's into the wheel arch.
So the wiring grommet in the hole.
I'll put one of the rubber grommets in and then push that through the hole.
So it grips. Everything.
Genius. What's happening here? Why is he in that? This or a Mitsubishi Evo?
Evo.
Peasant.
Evo. All day long. Yeah, like, no hesitation as well.
Well, I know, I just wasn't surprised. I literally was just thinking to myself, what can I ask him would be the chavviest car?
You could have said like an Impreza and I would have chose this.
Be sad to see us go out of our lives, Jordan.
For you, maybe.
No, not really.
No.
I'll be glad to see it go.
So when you actually going to have the Jag, we all know you want it.
I do like it, but I'm going to do what Jason's doing. He's going to give it till the end of the month. If it hasn't sold, he's going to try and have a deal with me on buying it. And I'm going to do the same with that Jag. If it sells quickly, it makes me loads of profit, then all well and good. Then we'll find something else interesting to buy. That's the best way to own cars.
What's the next interesting car? What are you going to keep an eye out for?
Maserati Gran Turismo, Audi RS4 B7, maybe something Porsche PDK. What I quite like, I've decided, I don't know why I say at some point when I can afford it, I could get one now. Oh, sorry! But I can't justify it to myself at the moment. Would just be like, you know, like we had that Cayman, not Cayman, Cayenne, Porsche Cayenne, the white one, 3 litre thingy, so it's basically a Q7 or whatever for towing, but it's nice, comfortable, as long as it adds Apple Play and all that sort of stuff. The dog's in the boot. That realistically would be a good all-rounder car for me. But, you know, obviously sports cars. Yes, please.
Good to see you, nice chap, you.
Huh?
Good tea, you nice chap.
Oh yeah. Tea.
You have to drive the Jag.
Long may it continue. Right, I've just been having a shuffle around of all the stock. Need to get someone to come out with me and we can shuffle these cars up so there's less gaps in between them. And I think I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do all the soul cars along the back wall. We're getting so full now that we can park in the little gap by the toilet. Obviously, you know, wasted space going on. I don't know if that's going to improve things or make it worse, to be honest. Wish we could just get those units, then we can park all the soul cars out there. Hey ho. Got a question for you. Would you rather drive that scratched up SLK down to the farm to drive back a proper crappy Corsa?
Yeah.
Or get a lift in the recovery truck with me down to BCA Bridgewater and drive a pink 208 back? Well, in fact, it's the same car as Adrian's got.
I think I'll take the Corsa.
So you're going to drive the SLK and then the Corsa?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're on. Toby's finally a member of the family. He's been given clothes by Joe. You've had clothes for me.
We've all had clothes.
Dan's had clothes for me. I just happen to be someone who buys clothes, eats a lot. Yeah, eats a lot of food, can't fit in them anymore, and don't want to see them go to waste. So spit a few bars.
Your farm. I think the Fiesta was an inside job.
Oh, move this.
Oh man. Wouldn't be able to have the roof down then.
I'm going to have to get myself a bloody jumper. Right, you got the key for the SOK, yeah? Can you do us a favour and move the Fiesta ST quickly while Toby gets out? It's a Merc, so I think you got to lift it up and then into. That's all right.
Can you flip the mirror? Is it even going to make it?
It will make it.
It feels so weird. It like gets to halfway and it just doesn't move anywhere. It doesn't feel like it's going to come up, and then all of a sudden it does.
Character building.
I mean, it feels like it might be quite fun.
Right, I'll see you at the farm.
Yeah.
Right, so I was getting a bit chock-a-blocked at the garage, so I've pinched Toby off of editing videos to take that crappy SOK down to the farm. He's got to pick up the Corsair because Sophie wants a couple of little MOT failures sorted on that, so she can get that sold. It's literally a couple of bulbs and a bit of tape on the bumper because there was a bit of the bumper was poking out, I think. So he's going to sort that out. I'm going to BCA Bridgewater to pick up a pink Peugeot 208, bring that back for stock. Then I need to go over to see James at J Repairs and pick up our Nissan Micra. Good news from estate agent today. She said that contracts should be getting sent out today, according to the landlord's solicitors. So that should get things moving along. And if things were looking like they were going to take too long, the landlord is open to the idea of letting us get in there ahead of time, ahead of the contract on a sort of temporary whatever, just so we can get in there as soon as possible. And I guess they get some rent and they get to stop paying their business rates. So we'll see what happens there, but that kind of means something's definitely got to be going on. You know, got to be in by Christmas for sure. I did send a message over to Carter Commercials yesterday to see, or the day before maybe, to see how things were going with our new truck build, because they're putting a bed on our Asda truck, but they did read it and didn't get back to me, so I'll have to give them a phone call today, because that really, going off his time scale of a couple of weeks, should be done by Monday, and Macaulay starts on Monday, so having an extra vehicle around would most definitely be handy, especially as we're going to want to get it back, put airbags on it, give it a good valet, polish it up to get rid of the Asda holograms, and get our sign writing on it, as well as a light. I want to get it remapped, get the speed limiter taken off, all that sort of stuff, so the sooner the better. So nice, I bought it twice. Right, that's the 208 dropped off. Now we'll go and see old Jolly Oliver at J Repairs and pick up this Micra, the Micra of 470 miles. Ideally I would have filmed a little video with this before bodywork so that we could have done a high peak style. I've massively overspent, although I won't have done because I paid naffle for it really. But it would have been good to do a little transformation in the video. I'm not really organised enough for that. Right, it is properly wet out there, so I didn't film loading that up. But last hour of the day, I'm ready for a brew, soaked through, and it's dark, miserable, not the best way to end the week. Obviously we got Saturday tomorrow, yeah, anyway. But it definitely feels like summer is over now. I've forgotten how nice it is to drive these Ivecos. They drive so well. The automatic gearbox is pretty decent. They're reasonably smooth even with a car on the back. In fact, more so with a car on the back than without. Nice light steering. It doesn't even feel all that cumbersome really. Quite looking forward to seeing our other one now. Just take the phone from them when they get back. So we'll have a cup of tea and we'll do that. And we'll see what's going on back at base. Josh rang Jordan.
The least I can do for Josh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Josh phoned Jordan, the man that he's recovered cars for at like 3 in the morning, helped him pick up cars all the way over in Wales. He lets him stay at his house all the time, lent him money, all that sort of stuff. And Jordan's like, Nah, I kind of want a chill night, mate.
I want to like to myself. Like,
Until I'm like...
Be a terrible person.
I mean, you are.
Well, that is pretty terrible person vibes.
Well, how?
Because Josh has been like the best friend to you ever.
Yeah.
He's younger than you, but he's like a big brother to you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, nah.
I just want a night to myself. Like.
It's back. Apparently the exhaust looks quite good though, doesn't it?
They've done a bloody good job.
Yeah. So our V6 TT is back after the customer put 3,000 miles on it. It had a bit of an exhaust blow, which we had him take to a power flow centre so he could get it repaired professionally. He's done that. Engine management light has now come on, probably because of some sensor or different O2 levels or whatever. But he's kind of lost his nerve and wanted to return it. And to be honest, he's one of those type of customers where it's like, okay. So we did a £400 deduction for the 3,000 miles he's done. Isn't it a great deal? And we have a nice 3.2 V6 to sell again. We just have to figure out what. Well, the engine management isn't even on now, so it must be an intermittent thing. Probably an O2 sensor. I think he took it to a garage and they said, oh, we don't know what it is, so replace both O2 sensors. That's about 400 quid. Very kind of confidence inspiring. Hey ho, we've got another V6 back in our lives.
That's obviously just wear and tear, technically.
Right, that's it for Friday. What's happened? I've picked up a couple of cars. Toby swapped a couple around. The Cayman that we have had for about a year now, it was in the workshop about 6 months. Steph finally got it finished up, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and it's gone out the door today. Really nice guy came and bought that. That's gone. He knows he's got a running in period now with that new engine. He's over the moon with that, which is great. Exactly the type of owner you want. He's going to really enjoy that thing. The S-Class that we had all those ABS issues with, that's now 100% sorted. Toby even took that home all the way over to where he was staying. So a good 45 minutes away, tried out all the cruise control, all that sort of stuff. That's all working. Josh is dropping that back tomorrow, picking up our Polo, so that's good news. Anyway, that's it for Friday. I'm heading down the farm. I'm going to get a cheeky little workout in. So I will see you tomorrow. Stop picking your nose and do an introduction to Saturday.
Saturday.
Better than that. What's happening?
What's happening? Okay, so we've had a 320i come in as Part X. We've got the Merc E350 that's gone out in exchange for that Part X. We've cleaned a pink Peugeot. Dan's done an MOT run. Jason looks like he's selling the car. The Mercedes has come back with its roof. The phone's ringing. Toby's not doing much, as per usual.
Except looking like a roadman.
Yeah.
In his Joe coat.
You gave me this.
Well, I didn't ask you to put your hood up inside. And we've got Mark here.
We've got Mark here. Josh is off doing delivery.
You enjoying Mark?
Yeah. A lot blowing. Yeah. There's a lot blowing there in that car.
Hi, you've reached County Commercials. Please leave a message and we'll call you back.
That's better. Now it doesn't have a massive scratch on it.
So what do you even need that on there, seeing as you've chopped it off?
Yes, because otherwise it makes a hammer noise.
I'm going to see if I can stop it making hammer noises.
Oh, so you're not sure now? So you're not sure now? After just telling me and telling me that?
I'm certain it will.
No, it's definitely not that that does it.
If the rest of the car's happening,
It's so nice under here, Jordan.
the alloys is okay. Is it? If the rest of the car's
Oh, it is. It all looks pretty clean and whatever. Like,
Oh yeah? What, the car?
yeah.
He's looking forward to getting his rust.
Do you not think?
It's quite low miles, isn't it?
Ish.
Yeah.
120 or something?
Well, I mean, the exhaust has some corrosion on it, which if you ask our Porsche customer is the end of the world. But look at all the heat shields and everything under here. It's just like...
Yeah, it's fairly tight. There's a bit of corrosion on the rear.
I mean, it's almost like it's 15 years old or something.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine if Toby just gets pure sideways out of here now.
I said he should buy it. Is that how I'm going to put the kid in the back? Just throw it in.
You can't insure it. He said the insurance is like 350 quid a month.
Wow.
For a 2 litre 4-pot BMW. Oh.
You try it?
Yeah.
Did he?
And he's,
oh no.
he might have stalled it. Right. I've decided I'm going to take this V6 TT home for the weekend. No engine management light on at the moment, but we'll see how it drives and see if we do get any fault codes come up. This is the one that we've had to buy back after 3 months, 3,000 miles. It needed a blow in the exhaust sorted, which we paid to have done, and then an engine management light came on apparently, by which point he wanted to return the car, and to be frank, the guy was such a dullard that we were just like, fine, bring it back. I think Jason negotiated £380 off, which maybe that's a fair amount off for 3,000 miles travelled. Probably. The car was £6,000 originally. I don't know. You know, you don't want to overcharge people for the use and the mileage they put in the car, but I know this guy wanted to do the NC 500. I'm fairly certain he's done that in this car now, and you wouldn't be able to hire this car for 3 months for 380 quid, would you? So irritating, but hey ho, I do like this car, so it's not the end of the world to have it back. It's just, in fact, getting it back was the easier resolution than having to deal with this guy for much longer, because it's just so dull. He works at a well-known British marque in motorcycling, and when he came to test drive this, I think he went out with Dan, he said, oh, do you like motorbikes? And Dan's like, well, kind, not much as the next guy, but Joe's into motorbikes. And when he got us back after his test drive, he's like, right, who's Joe then? I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, oh, I hear you like motorbikes. I work for. I'm like, all right, okay. He's like, yeah, it's just shut up. See if anything actually does happen with it or not. We are ram-packed to the rafters with stock at the moment, which is obviously what we want, but it does make logistics on site a bit tricky at the moment. There goes, that was Josh, who is bringing back our Polo because he's taking the S-Class back again to Wales today after finally sorting all those ABS issues, and the alarm's just going off. I guess he couldn't be bothered to turn the alarm off. It sounded like the alarm was going off, but the battery was getting low, so dearie me. It's taken him quite long because it's now 3 o'clock and he sat off about 9 or 10 this morning, so he's to only having gone over to Swansea or whatever it was, which should be about an hour and a half away. He's probably been caught up with traffic, so he's probably not in the mood to pull over and turn the alarm off. Oh, she does sound good. As far as the catch-up goes for today, Dan's fitted a light to our Nissan Micra. Jason sold 3 cars. He has sold... Now, let me try and remember. He sold the Focus ST3 diesel, the high mileage one that I bought. He's sold a Nissan Duke and something else. I really can't remember. I'll try and put it in the notes here if I can remember to find out what that was. But that's 3 cars sold. We had an E-Class go out. We took a part exchange of a 320i, which I've sent Toby home with this weekend because his car's still off the road, and that had an engine management light on as well. So we sent him off with a code reader. He can kind of, it was all to do a catalytic converter. We ended up knocking an extra couple hundred quid off for that. So he's going to take that home, see what happens with it, see how it drives, and give us an update on Monday. We had Mark in, who's done some work for us before. He came in for a sort of trial day. Not that he really needed one, but I think that was just what made sense for him to come in and do that. He wanted to ask me a few questions about some hours, because he's got a daughter. He wants to make sure that he can take her to work, not work. She's not working in like a child factory. She needs to go to school, and he needs to do that before he comes into work. So, of course, we can accommodate that, no problem at all. He's got to give, supposedly, a month's notice at the job that he started about 5 months ago, but we're all of the opinion, just give him a week. You know, he's not happy with, they haven't treated him very well, so why bother? To give them a week's notice, and they can't really hold that against you. But worst case scenario, say they do something dodgy and illegal, like try and withhold some of his wages, I will cover the gap. I will bridge the gap so he can come get on board, and we need someone soon. As I say, loads of stock. It all needs cleaning quickly so that Jason can get it listed, we can get it sold, etc. I remember what the other car was. It was the RAV4. He sold the RAV4 for 3,995 or whatever. I think he knocked 100 quid off, and he's got to put some tyres on it, so it's a little bit less, but that particular RAV4 is the one that he sold. I've been sat down doing a bit of kind of figuring out today, seeing as it sounds like something may be happening with the new units sooner rather than later. Steph's making a valid point. What's the heating situation going to be as we're rolling into winter, and they are basically just big empty warehouses, not that big, but empty units. So I need to kind of figure out something on that front. I might put out another advert for another technician, because I feel like we need to keep one at Barrow Motors to deal with our kind of local servicing, minor jobs, and there's always work to be done with stock on the forecourt. You think, oh, that needs a bulb changing, that needs a tyre swapped over, or anything along those things, and if we've got to transport that 5 miles away to our service centre just for these little minor jobs, that's going to be quite annoying. Frankly, just not practical. It's just not going to happen. And on top of that, we're still not knocking through our backlog of cars, and including just like our part exchange site cars, that things that need like an MOT, it needs a couple of suspension bits and an MOT done. They're just not getting prioritised because, you know, they're cheap cars, they're sitting around, it needs an MOT, and we can't justify, you know, using up one of our ultra valuable MOTs at the moment on some part exchange car when we could put it on a retail car. Obviously we're doing a lot of customer work as well in the workshop, which we could just stop doing, but it makes its money itself, so why turn that away? I think just need to hire another technician so that we can do all of it. Once again, the battery in my main camera died there, and I'm completely just waffling on anyway. So that is it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. And I'm going to leave you with some V6 TT noise. Let's go. Forget how quick this actually is. Oh, it sounds good.